With just over 1 month away, F1 23 has released its first look at on-track gameplay and features of the up-and-coming game. Going into detail on the new handling, how the 35% races work, what happens when there is a red flag, and much more. Starting off with raw gameplay, F1 23 and F1 22 look pretty similar to each other, with slight adjustments and improvements on the lighting and saturation to give the game a more real-to-life look. The in-game HUD has been upgraded for this year's game, with the driver information like current gear, brake and throttle application, ERS, revs and speed changed from a blue screen application to a black one. And it also looks like it's been reshaped for this year's game to fit inside the car's halo, so no more weird sticking outy bits from the on-screen display. As for the lap counter and driver positions, F1 23 has been able to match what we see with the in real-life graphics, with the F1 logo, current session and team badges to go with the driver names. The lap count has also been slightly adjusted for this year's game, matching the new style of F1 23. Those of you who do drive in cockpit cam will be able to see all of this information on your screens, except the driver information. All this information will be on the new multiplayer car steering wheel screen, which has been improved from F1 22, so you can see all the information you need throughout a race much clearer. We also got a good look from this trailer of the potential customizable liveries for the upcoming game in My Team and also multiplayer, with my favourite probably being this one here. As for the offboard shots, F1 23 again looks similar to F1 23, with those improvements from the lighting and the saturation making those offboard cameras look even better. However, and this may be just speculation, but looking at the trailer, there seems to be a few drone shots going on. Now, this could just be a little bit of in-game magic that they've done for the trailer, but it could also mean that we are finally getting the drone replay shots that a lot of us have been asking for quite a while. I sure do hope to see these in F1 23, and if you do as well, make sure you hit that like button down below. The first main topic that they talked about in this brand new deep dive trailer was the handling and physics model. And there is no real new information on this compared to what we've already seen in the trailer and the press release, but they're mainly talking about improvements around the drivability of the car, traction from low speed corners, braking, and the rotation of the car. And the team at Codemasters and EA have done this by working with real life Formula 1 teams, and their feedback has allowed the car's aerodynamic grip and the tyres' mechanical grip to be fine-tuned to be a close as possible match to real life. The actual car models have also been upgraded for this year's game, mainly focusing on the underfloor and how that reacts with the curbs and rumble strips to make it more realistic. This means you're going to be feeling more of the car underneath you for those of you who are on steering wheels, but also for controller players as well for the first time. More on that in a sec. Now, I am yet to try out any of the handling or physics model as of yet, but I have spoken to various people who have tried out the beta and other testing before the game's release, and it's all been very positive so far. We are expected to get our hands on the game early in the next couple of weeks, so make sure you subscribe down below to see my first reactions to F1 23. I mentioned earlier that controller players for the first time ever will be able to feel the car and track underneath them in the game. Well, this is all thanks to the new precision drive controller technology debuting in F1 23. And whilst myself and various other content creators are usually seen on a steering wheel, the vast majority of players of F1 23 are actually on a controller. And through this new technology, these players will have the ability to be more precise with steering input, from tight hairpins in Monaco to even slight corrections, allowing you to feel more confident out on track. 35% races are the big feature that the F1 game is pushing this year. And whilst it is a really nice feature to have and something that I will personally be using pretty much throughout all of my career mode races, I do hope by the time the game drops that this isn't the main focal point of F1 23. For those who may not know how this will work, you'll now have a new option to choose from when selecting how long you'd like your races to be, from 3 to 5 laps, 25, 35, 50 and 100% races. Race strategy in 35% races could actually be quite interesting. In 25% races, it's just a simple soft, medium, and that's the strategy for that race. Whereas for 50% races, it's medium hard, and that's the strategy for that race. So 35% being that nice little middle ground in between 25 and 50, you could potentially see those better on their tires be able to do a soft medium, whereas those who punish their tires a bit more can really push hard on a medium hard stint. Seeing both those strategies come together at the end for some really close, interesting races. The big feature in F1 23, and one that we have been asking for years, is red flags, and we now have the information to know exactly how these will work and what triggers them. Red flags have been used a lot in real-life F1, so it's no surprise they are finally in the F1 game, and they work pretty much the same way they work in real life. Red flags can be caused from crashes out on track that may be too extreme for a safety car, and can even be called whilst the safety car is out on track. AI can also cause collisions that need a red flag, so these won't just be restricted to online sessions. And the one that surprised me the most was extreme weather conditions. Now, this one might not happen as often as the others in-game. It is cool to see that just like in real life, if the track becomes too dangerous, that a red flag will be called, making the races even more unpredictable. Just like safety cars in F1 22, red flags can be turned on and off, and even adjusted from reduced, standard, and increased, giving you more control over the races you want. But how exactly are they going to work when they've been deployed? When a red flag comes out, a countdown will appear on screen, giving you a 5-second warning before the screen goes black, and a strategy screen appears. Now, I won't lie, I was kind of hoping that we as the player would have the control of the car and be able to drive back to the pit lane before this screen then appeared. But unfortunately, it seems like we're going to have to wait for this for maybe F1 24 like we had with the realistic formation laps. The strategy screen for red flags is exactly the same as the one before a race, allowing you to change current tyre and what strategy you would like for the rest of the race. What you can't change here is fuel levels and setup of the car, as they are locked in Parc Fermé. But some of your car damage will be repaired. Now, I imagine this will only apply to the front wing, as that seems like the easiest thing that you can change usually when you come into the pit lane. But we do see in real life team engineers whipping out the duct tape and trying to fix broken rear wings, side pods, floor damage. So maybe in the game, potentially, you can have your rear wing damage go from orange to yellow, and I think that would be a really cool feature if integrated into the game. F1 23 is getting 2 brand new tracks to the game, and I must say they look amazing. I've already said I'm extremely excited to drive around Losail in Qatar, and the developers have done a brilliant job on the track. The off-board shots look beautiful, and the track looks as fast and flowing as I'd imagine it would be. Unfortunately, there is no onboard footage of what Qatar looks like, so we're going to have to wait for that for future videos. Las Vegas looks as expected though, with bright lights everywhere, and the game has done it very well to capture that party atmosphere on a race weekend. The track hasn't even been completed in real life yet, giving us the chance to drive around the circuit before even the real life drivers get that chance. And which track are you most excited for, Las Vegas or Qatar? Let me know down in the comment section below. We are also getting France, China, and Portugal as legacy tracks, which is additional free content that I'm not going to complain about. That is everything that we know so far about the up-and-coming F1 23 game. Let me know your thoughts on it down below. If you've enjoyed the video, leave a like on it, and check out these 2 videos while you're at it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and have a great day. Bye-bye.